Hey, Blue. Oh, what you got there? What you bringing us? This is kind of perfect for the yoga show. It says love. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Yoga with Adriene. I'm Adriene, and this is Blue, and today we're going to learn downward facing dog. The famous downward facing dog has a ton of benefits, and you will encounter it in a public class, and in general, it's just great to spend some time with this posture. So hop on the mat and let's learn downward facing dog. Okay, so we're going to begin on all fours. Surprise. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath the hips. And if you have a moment, maybe a nice little warm up of cat-cow would be good here. There's a video for that, and you can click in the box somewhere around this area and watch how to do cat-cow. So I've taken a couple cat-cows here to warm up, just for the spine. And I'm actually going to prep my downward dog with puppy posture. Get it? Puppy grows into a dog. Too many countless hours doing kids yoga with children. Okay, but for puppy posture, I'm going to actually drop my elbows where my wrists are. So just in terms of alignment, that's a good little marker. And I'm of course going to be mindful of my palms, maybe playing a little piano here, going all 10 fingerprints, rooting, just sending awareness from fingertips to toes, even as I prep. Then from here, I'm going to create a long neck, and then keeping my elbows and all 10 fingerprints where they are, I'm just going to simply walk my knees back, letting the spine fall in line and the heart release towards the earth. Forehead kisses the mat here. My hips are still stacked above my knees, but I'm definitely letting my pelvis rock up towards the sky. So prepping for downward dog here in Anahata Asana, heart to earth pose. And I can take a couple breaths here, just letting my heart sink to the ground. Sometimes it's nice if you have tight shoulders, which I feel like these days we all have tight shoulders. Facebook. So just letting the shoulders relax away from the ears and taking some nice, solid, smooth, deep breaths here. After a little time in this puppy posture, then we'll begin to shift gears, growing into downward dog. So I'll inhale, keeping my shoulders drawing away from the ears here. Look up gently, drawing a nice sweet line with my nose, paying attention to the transition here, prepping my posture with grace and with control. I'm going to slowly walk my knees forward just a little bit, curling my toes under. And in my public classes, I do not waste this moment. There's kind of like this playful excitement. So rather than just blasting into downward dog, I'm just taking the time to enjoy how I get into it. And then one by one, I'll lift an elbow, a knee. So I'm engaging my core here. And then as if someone's pulling me up from my tail, I'm going to take that same action that I did in downward facing, or excuse me, in puppy posture, and grow it into downward facing dog. Adho Mukha. Pedaling the feet here. Couple of action points. Here we go. Spreading the palms nice and wide, especially the area between my index finger and thumb. Okay, if you have weak wrists, or if you're feeling a little bit of fussiness in the wrists here, press into that area between the index finger and thumb. Everyone, at first this will be difficult for you, but Hasta Bandha, hand to earth, we have to press through all areas of the palm equally. Okay, then I'm going to grow that integrity all the way up to my shoulders. I'm going to allow my shoulders to rotate away from the ears here, and then gently relax the head and neck, melting my heart towards my toes. Now, I did not fall in love with yoga until I fell in love with this posture. And believe me, that took a little while, it took a little practice. So my main loving tip for you is keep moving in this posture. If you're holding like this, cursing my name, making a voodoo doll of Yoga with Adriene right now, it's just no point, right? We want to pedal the feet. We want to keep moving, keep the mind at ease, full with breath as I explore through this posture. If you're holding static, you're probably going to give up, and you're probably never going to watch a video again. And you're probably never going to practice yoga again. So we have to find ways to fall in love with the poses, to find what feels good. So my tip for that is movement. with your breath, pedaling the feet. If the heels don't touch the earth, who cares? Bend the knees generously. Get that belly melting towards your thighs, opening the shoulders. Shoulders have that sweet external rotation. The tops of the thighs have the opposite rotation. They're spiraling in and out towards the wall, or in my case, the door behind me. Sometimes it's nice to turn the two big toes in just to feel that spiral there, and then pedaling it back out, feet parallel. Long side body, heart melting to the earth, relaxed in the head and neck, tops of the shoulders drawing away from the ears, pressing into all areas of the palm. In time, the heels will grow down towards the earth. Sometimes we take our toes to our heels here, just drawing them down, melting the heart, one at a time. To come out of the pose, I inhale in, and exhale often will shift, a little foreshadowing here, into another posture, or just on an exhale, melting gently back to all fours, walking the palms underneath the wrists, just kind of finding a natural tabletop position here. And then if you're a beginner, maybe bringing the two big toes together, widening the knees, and melting it back into extended child's pose, which we also have a video for. Click for that somewhere over here. Ding. Okay, and then melting with the breath. Downward facing dog. It's actually, you're not going to believe this, a resting posture. And when I tell my students that in public class, usually there's like a big belly laugh. So my main tip is finding what feels good in downward facing dog. Because it's such a famous pose, and you know, I don't know if I've been to a hatha class yet, hatha yoga, where we don't practice downward dog. So find what feels good, keep moving, don't be static and still. Save that exquisite stillness for Shavasana. Okay, so that was the famous downward facing dog. If you're a beginner, this is a great posture to go in with an open mind, open heart. Just focus on finding what feels good rather than being stuck in doing the posture perfectly. That goes for all of us, beginners and experienced yogis. Please visit yogawithadriene.com to read more about this posture. I'm going to talk about weight distribution a little more in detail in the blog. So please check out the blog and give the pose a try. Let me know how it goes. Thank you and namaste.